Good morning and namaste. First of all, I would like to thank you, the organizers, for having invited me here, and thank you to the audience for coming and attending this talk. I was not planning to do a yoga session, but I think there is no choice. You will have to see here and there for the slides, and I have a lot of slides, so please do bear with me. Dear friends, if I were to ask you, what are the three simple words that you would tell somebody to make that person feel cared for or loved? What would be the three words? Simple. I, then love you. I love you. Simple. Very nice. In the SMS or the WhatsApp language, it will be 143. I don't know if you know that, but many parents don't know. They think the children are doing some mathematics. But 143 means I love you. So, love is something that unites not just human beings, but also plants and animals. And what would be the most common expression of expressing your love to somebody? It could be your mother, it could be your father, it could be your relative or friend or anything. What would be the most common expression? Take a guess. What would be the most common expression? A hug, a simple hug, an embrace. Basically, a hug means that you and I are not two, but one. It denotes oneness. At the heart of the meditation that I'm going to talk about today is this pure love. There won't be enough time to go through the whole technique, but I will try my best to share the pearls of wisdom that I've gathered from my master. And I hope these wisdom points will help you to go deeper into your meditation. And I hope it will also inspire those of you who are not meditating. I hope it will inspire you to take up meditation as a regular dose. Many years back, I happened to get a hug from somebody called the Hugging Saint. It was not an ordinary hug. And after that hug, that incredible hug, I was very clear that if I wanted to learn more about love and life, I would rather be with this person, this Hugging Saint, rather than sitting in my office cabin, doing the software design, programming, creating project plans, and so on. So I decided to make the move from North America back to India, precisely in Amritapuri, Kerala. That is where her spiritual center is. Her name is Mata Amritanandamayi Devi. So I find myself in this ashram, in this spiritual center in Kerala, from someone who would spend most of his time coding in Java, C++, .NET, I don't know if you have heard these things, to somebody who was now trying to decode the language of love. This is our Amritapuri ashram, the spiritual center in the Kerala. You can see it's a beautiful place. I would invite all of you to take some time and do come there. Just give me a call. So, my name is Amit, as you would have heard. Brahmachari Amit, they would have told you. Brahmachari is an equivalent for monk. And she is my master. She is also known by the name Amma, or the mother. You would see her in the center here. From a very, very young age, Amma started hugging people as an expression of her love and compassion she felt for people. She would hug people for hours together, sometimes 16 to 24 hours at a stretch. And this would include people from different religions, different ethnicities, without any bias of caste, color, religion, creed, or whatsoever. And not just humans, as you would see here, even animals would not mind to patiently wait in the queue for their hug. And some of them who could fly and directly sit on her shoulder, they would also get a hug from Amma. Amma says, my religion is love. And she walks the talk, she doesn't just say it. From a very young age, when Amma was very young, she underwent a lot of sufferings in her personal life. But then she was more concerned about the sufferings that she saw in the life of other people. And she would cry for hours together thinking why people are suffering. And the only answer she got was that it is their fate. Her pain becomes so intense that she thought it is better to put an end to my life. And at that time, a voice within her said, if this is the fate of the people, then your duty, your fate is to help them come out of this suffering. And since then, my dear friends, she started hugging people. She started offering them her shoulder to cry upon, sharing their joys and sorrows. They started calling her mother, and she started calling them children. It was quite spontaneous. And that is what she is known today as Amma. She also runs an NGO by the name Embracing the World, and it's doing a legendary work in 6 continents, starting from the disaster relief to making houses for the poor, to the education, to healthcare, women empowerment, adopting villages, and so on. The list is long. She's also the chancellor of Amrita University, which has been recently ranked as #1 private university in India, according to the NIRF ranking. And mind you, she is just 4th standard pass. That's all. She has not studied more than that. In the common parlance, we would say illiterate. And I am also coincidentally the faculty at the same university where I teach computer science, and I also teach cultural education. And in addition to that, I teach meditation, which is called integrated Amrita meditation, which has been synthesized by Amma herself, and the yoga called Amrita Yoga, again coming from her. And this is just a picture showing Amma in the center, meditating along with the whole group. I can't put my pointer on the TV screen, but you would have understood. And she often comes out on the beach or anywhere. She takes time to come and sits with everybody and does group meditation. It's a very, very powerful experience. And if I have time, I'll share my experience with you. And this is me sitting near her. This is me demonstrating some Amrita Yoga postures on the International Yoga Day. And these are some of the pictures from the meditation classes that I have conducted in India, USA, UAE, and so on. My dear friends, from the very first day I met Amma, I was intrigued by one thing. You know, how is she able to hug so many people, thousands of people every single day? And what you see on the screen here is just the sort of crowd that will be there on a usual day. Thousands of people. And in India especially, it really literally becomes 10 to 15,000. So I went to her one day and I asked her, Amma, you are hugging so many people. You don't take any bathroom break. You don't take any tea break. You don't take any lunch break. You don't even get up from your place. 16 to 24 hours. Every single day for last 30 years, you are doing the same thing. Don't you get bored? Don't you feel tired? She gave a beautiful answer. She looked at me and said, "My dear son, I am connected to the infinite power source. I am not a battery that needs to be recharged." And my next question was, "Amma, how can I also connect to that infinite source of energy?" Amma said, "You just need to meditate." I said, "Meditate? How do I meditate? I don't know even ABC of meditation." Amma said, "I have given you the key." I said, "What key?" She said, "You feel the love for me, don't you?" I said, "Yes, Amma, I do love you." Amma said, "That love is the key. When you will merge in me, when the boundary of I and you fades away, you will know that you are the love that you are seeking. You are the truth that you are seeking. Love is the key." On one another occasion, I asked her one more question. I said, "Amma, what is this world? It seems like a dream to me. And what is God?" Amma said, "You need a right perspective to understand that." I said, "How do I get the right perspective?" She said, "Meditate." I said, "Amma, at least give me some pointers. What is this world and this God we talk about?" And Amma gave a beautiful answer, which I want to share with you. She said, "My dear son, creator and creation are not two. They are one. But you need a special eye to see that. The creator itself has become the creation. There is no creator sitting somewhere in the clouds who has created this whole world. The creator has become the creation." And then I asked next question to Amma, but she stopped me. She said, "Hold on. Before you ask anything else, first find out who are you? What is the truth behind you?" I said, "Amma, well, I am this." She said, "No, not this body. Who are you really?" I said, "Amma, I am not getting it. Please tell me, who am I?" So she said, "You are the eye of the eye. I. You are the EYE. You are the eye of the eye. You are the ear of the ear." So I thought about it for some time, and then I asked her, "Oh, you mean consciousness?" Amma said, "Yes. Whatever you call as pure consciousness or awareness or pure love, that itself is you." Then I asked her next question. I said, "Amma, what is the difference between you and me? What is this I and what is this you?" And she gave me an answer which even today I am still pondering on that answer. She said, "You are the I in me and I am the you in you. You are the I in me and I am the you in you." Essentially, basically what she was trying to tell me is that I and you are same. A BBC reporter once asked Amma, "Amma, what is your definition of God? People call you as God. What do you think? When you close your eyes, whom do you worship?" And Amma gave a beautiful, spontaneous answer. Amma said, "My God does not sit in clouds. When I open my eyes, I see only God. You are my God. I don't have any other God except it." And I got this beautiful cartoon from Bob Seale. I don't know if you can see it, but this really sums it all up, what she was trying to say. Amma says that when you look at the world, look inside out, not outside in. The reference point should be within, not outside. And if you see here, there is somebody trying to look at the dog outside in. But when they reverse the binoculars, they see God, just the reverse, from dog to the God. You know, it has been a very humbling experience to be with Amma. And she says there are two kinds of poverty. One is the poverty due to the lack of food, shelter, and clothing. And there is another poverty due to the lack of love and compassion. And her meditation technique is basically trying to invoke that love, that compassion, that is the source of infinite energy in all the humans. You know, when we usually talk about meditation, we talk about benefits like neuroplasticity, the brain size gets bigger, the BP becomes normal, the stress level goes low, the stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline, they get controlled, and so on. But when Amma has synthesized this meditation techniques, of course it has all these benefits, but more than that, she is trying to invoke that hidden, latent power of pure love within all of us. And the technique which she has given, the integrated Amrita meditation technique I was telling you, there are basically two parts to it. One is inward and one is outward. Inward means when you are focusing inwards and trying to look at what you essentially are, the eye of the eye, the ear of the ear. And once you are very sure about that, you come out into this phenomenal world and see it as God. Because once you know, once your reference point is clear that you are one with that Supreme, you see everybody else also as the embodiments of the Supreme. You don't see them as bodies. The problem in today's world is we have become so focused on our bodies, our reference point is wrong. We see everybody as a body. That is why there are rapes, there are murders, and so on. But the moment the reference point changes, everything else changes. I asked Amma, how do we go inward? She said it's simple. But in the beginning, you will feel a little pinch because you have to be humble. You have to bow down. Your individual ego must melt until it's like a drop falling into the ocean. Your individuality must completely go away. And then you will know what infinite source of energy and love you are. And the example she gave me was this. Like a needle, when you have to put a thread through it, you have to really sharpen the thread. I'm sure in Indian houses you would have done that. So when you do it, it's a tough exercise, but once the thread is out from the other side, it's the same, then you are relaxed. So it's an inward path and then it's an outward path. And in the technique which I teach, which is synthesized by Amma, this inward journey, as I just said, it brings you closer to your pure love, pure energy, and then with certain visualization techniques, you spread that love. And it's not just visualization. The more you do it, the more you become grounded in it. And you feel it. It is real. You feel it. Your whole day, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you interact with people, your family, your friends, everything changes. As Amma says, meditation is more precious than gold. It is not just gold, it is gold with fragrance. You feel it. When the meditator completely dissolves into meditation, becomes one with meditation, that is the real meditation. And I hope this has inspired you. Thank you for meditating with me. Thank you so much.